Welcome back to the class. Today we continue the third chapter. The first question is about atom. The atom was discovered during, there was a discussion during 500 BC. Okay. First person, Indian philosopher named Maharishi Kannan. He told that the matter is made up of small particles. It is a stage at which we cannot divide the particle further. Okay, such as small particles are called Paramanu. What he mentioned? Small particles are called Paramanu. Okay, he told about atom. What was his idea? His postulates about atom is matter is made up of atom. Okay, he did not tell about atom. It is a particles. The particles the stage comes at which the particle we cannot divide further. Such as small particles are called Paramanu. Okay, he mentioned this one. Next comes Pakuda. He is also Indian philosopher. Okay, Pakuda is a philosopher. He stated that the same concept only he told. He told that many small particles combine to form a matter. Okay, many small particles combine to form a matter. Such a hypothesis he made. Then comes Democritus and Leucippus. These two philosophers, they told that the matter is made up of small particles. It is a stage at which we cannot divide the particles. That particles are called atoms. That particles are called atoms. It was the stated by who? Democritus and Leucippus. Understood? These are the some postulates, some ideas about some philosopher. Understood? Next topic is Dalton's atomic theory. Okay. What is next comes Dalton. He gave the theory. He gave his idea. That is his postulates about the atom. He told that atom is a smallest particle of the matter. Okay, first point he told matter is made up of atoms. Small particle called atoms. What is the first postulate? Matter is made up of atoms. It is correct. And second point he told the atoms or an atom cannot be divisible. We cannot divide the atom. Neither be created nor be destroyed. Atoms cannot be created nor be destroyed. Okay. What is the first point? He told that matter is made up of small particle called atoms. Second point he told atoms cannot be divisible. Atoms cannot be divided. Atoms can be created, neither be created nor be destroyed. Cannot create or cannot destroy. Okay. Second point is indivisible. Neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay. Okay, second point. Third point he told an element is made up of same kind of atoms. For example, last class I told about element. This is an hydrogen element, that is H2. This element is made up of same kind of atoms. Okay, and one more hydrogen you take. These all hydrogen are same, alike, they look alike. Okay, these studies, some mistakes are there. In his past list, some mistakes are there, we will study later. Fourth point, different element properties are different. Same element has same kind of atom. Different element has different kind of atom. That means hydrogen, oxygen. Hydrogen, oxygen properties varies. Correct. It is correct. Properties of hydrogen and properties of characters varied. It is correct. Fifth point he told, atoms combined in the whole ratio to form compound. That means water is made up of two elements. What is the ratio? Fixed ratio. 2 atoms hydrogen and 1 atom oxygen combined to form compound. Correct. These are the postulates. These are the ideas given by Dalton's on atom. About atom, we gave the some postulates. Understood? Once again, what was the Dalton's postulates or Dalton's hypothesis? First, he told all matter is made up of small particles called atoms. Second point, he told atoms are indivisible, neither be created nor be destroyed. And here, third point, he told same element has same kind of atoms. Next point, different element has different kind of atoms, that means different properties. They have different properties. Last point, he told atoms combine in the whole ratio to form a compound. This is a compound because different atom, no? I discussed already. This point is almost correct. Okay? Because it was a previous, in ancient time it was discovered during 80s, 70s centuries, this was discovered. Now there was some changes, some modification. Okay? What are the modification? It is correct, almost correct. And it is indivisible. No atom can be divided. You know, nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, nuclear fission. Atom can be divided. One atom can be divided into two or more. Understood? The atoms which has heavy nucleus that we study later can be divided. That is nuclear fission. Next one is, so this is almost wrong. Next one is, same kind of atom has same kind of, sorry, element has same kind of atom. No, here also mistake. There are 3 types of hydrogen. Protium, deuterium, tritium. That means hydrogen 1, 1, hydrogen 1, 2, hydrogen 1, 3. So it may be varied, different property. Okay, physical properties are varies, melting point varies. So we told all the hydrogen are similar, all the oxygen are similar. No, there are isotopes we say that we study next class. And here also this is correct. Different atoms are having different property, and this is also almost correct. Okay. Next question is, what is an atom? As Democritus described about atom is the smallest particles of a matter. Okay. What about the size of atom? Atom is so small you cannot see with our naked eye. With the help of spectroscope, that means mass spectroscopy, many methods are there, electronic microscope. Through this we can see. The size of the one atom is, size of the atom is measured in, not meter, nanometer. Okay, 1 nanometer equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. It is so small, very tiny particle. And hydrogen is the smallest atom, you know. Among all, more than 118 elements are existing in the world. More than 118 elements are existing in the world. Understood? Among these, who is the smallest one? Who is the lightest one? Which is the smallest one? That is hydrogen. The size of the hydrogen is 10 power minus 10 meter. Hydrogen size is 10 power minus 10 meter. It is too small. Understood? Next one is symbol of atom. Next question is symbol of atom. In ancient times, there was not much development, you know. So, who was the first person, who was the first chemist use the symbol, do you know? Dalton. Dalton is the first chemist used the symbol for elements. What type of symbol he used? Picture, like a picture. Okay, how hydrogen he used like this, and a carbon you use like this, all dark portion. Okay, it is dark shaded. Okay, then oxygen he used like a dot. So different symbol. Sulfur he used, I said, like a symbol he used. The first symbol used by Dalton for mentioning the symbol of the elements. Next comes Berzelius. Next comes Berzelius. He is a second chemist who came out with a real symbol. That means hydrogen symbol is H. He mentioned symbol, he used symbol. That means alphabetical symbol he used. Alphabetical letters he used as a symbol for elements. For hydrogen he used first letter hydrogen. Okay. For carbon he used first letter carbon C. For copper he used a Latin word, which is a Latin word cuprous. Cuprous means Cu, Latin word. Copper is derived from Latin word. Copper symbol is derived from Latin word cuprous. Okay, like a ferrous also, iron also ferrous. Latin word. Okay, iron means ferrous, Fe. Like that he used symbols of first letter or first two letter. Here why he used Cu? Because already C is mentioned for carbon. So he used this one. Understood? And one more question. What is the difference between CO, CO? Listen children. When you use the symbol of the element, first letter should be capital. Okay. Second letter should be small letter. It is for only element. It is only for element. Okay. Symbol for, when you write symbol for elements, who is the chemist used this, followed this method? Berzelius, he used this method. How we are using? First letter will be capital, second letter will be small letter. For example, helium element. First letter capital, small letters very small. E is small letter. This is for element. And look at this. Both are capital. Both are capital. So is it element? No. It is a compound. Can be asked, was there the difference between CO and capital letter CO? You know, first letter capital letter, small letter, second letter small letter, means it is an element, symbol of element. Here, carbon also capital letter, oxygen also capital letter, it is not an element, it is a compound. Carbon monoxide. Say carbon monoxide. Okay, this is a compound. Don't forget, compound. You should know basic thing. You got to teach your generation, so learn. This is a element symbol, this is a compound symbol. How do you know? For element, first letter will be capital letter, second letter will be small letter. Okay. And for compound, both letters are capital. How do you write? Symbol of water. Water is a compound because this is also capital letter, this is also capital letter. You don't write like this. You don't write, this is also capital letter, compound. Okay, by seeing the letter only, size of the letter only, you can identify whether it is element or compound. Understood? I will ask questions, so listen carefully. This is an element, this is a compound. Next one is atomic mass. How do you, important topic, how do you measure the atomic mass? Suppose you are going to market to buy something. Your mummy asks you to buy 1 kg rice or 1 kg sugar. So what does the seller do? Okay, you are going to shop, and what does the seller do? How do you get the things? He will take the weighing machine. Isn't it? He will take the weighing machine. Yes or no? And he will have one standard unit. He will have one standard unit. What is the standard unit? You want 1 kg rice, isn't it? Or 1 kg sugar. You want 1 kg sugar. So what he does? He takes the standard unit. That is 1 kg stone. He takes 1 kg stone. Okay? 1 kg stone he uses as a standard. Okay, he compare that things, sugar with this standard unit. He, in this pen, right hand pen, any one of the pen, he keeps this standard unit, that is 1 kg stone, and he will add the sugar. Okay, at one stage they will be equilibrium. When it is equilibrium, you come to know the weight of this object is or this sugar is 1 kg. Here what is the standard unit for measuring this sugar? That is 1 kg stone. The same way for measuring the invisible atom, one standard unit is here. What is the standard unit you know? That is carbon 12 atom. Okay, what is the standard unit here we are using? Carbon 12 atom. What we use? Carbon 12, not carbon 12. Before that I will give some idea about this thing. Why do we prefer carbon 12 atom? In this world more than 118 elements or atoms, types of atoms are existing. Why do we prefer this carbon 12? Reason is that it is more abundant. In this world carbon is rich, that means carbon amount is more. Abundancy of carbon is more. Existence of carbon is more in this world. Understood? Why do you prefer carbon 12? Because you know twins, they look alike. Twins look alike, face, everything look alike. The same way, 3 types of carbons are there. That is carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. They look alike. They look alike, but little variation. Understood? In mass and density, this and all, little variation among this. Little slight variation. From this, who is more, among these 3, who is more abundance, do you know? This one. It is 98.9%. It is 1 point some percentage. It is 0.0001%. So who is more abundant here also? This is more abundant. Abundancy of carbon 12 is more. So we prefer this one. Second reason is, first one is abundancy. Second reason is, if you take oxygen, it is very highly reactive. To react with many elements, so we cannot prefer as a standard unit. Okay, it is mild reaction. Reactivity is mild, moderate reactivity, not too high, not too slow. Okay, second reason we prefer, because of that only we selected this carbon 12 as a standard unit. Question can be asked, why don't you use hydrogen? Why don't you oxygen? Because availability, abundancy of carbon is more, and it is not too reactive as oxygen or something else. It is moderate reactivity. Understood? Due to this reason, we prefer this carbon 12 as a standard unit. Now what we are going to do with this standard unit, we are going to measure the weight of all our atoms. Understood? Now I have taken this, and you know there we have seen 1 kg is a unit. Here your unit is AMU, otherwise U. What is AMU? You cannot say kg or meter, whatever it may be. No unit you can use. You can use it because invisible, very tiny. So what is the unit of this measurement? AMU, not kg. What is AMU? Atomic mass unit. Now present time they are using unified mass, U. Some people say mu also, but we are saying U. Unified mass. Okay, what is the unit of this atom? U. We don't use kg. Understood? So carbon 12 has, you have taken carbon 12 atom, 1 carbon 12 atom you have taken as a standard. Here you are going to take. Okay. Now I am not going to take the carbon 12. I am going to, this carbon 12 ka weight is, 1 carbon 12 ka weight is 12 AMU. Always 12 U. Understood? 1 carbon 12 atom ka unit is, what is that? 12 U, unified mass. 12 kg, not 12 U. Understood? Now I am going to this carbon 12 into 12 equal part. Okay, how many part I am going to make? 12. Okay, so total it is 12 unit. Total it is 12 U. So what about 1 atoms, one part of, this is full part is carbon 12. Full part is 1 carbon 12 atom. The full part is 1 carbon 12 atom. Are you getting? The full part is carbon 12. I have taken this carbon 12 fully. 1 carbon 12 atom. And what is the total weight 12U. One carbon 12 का total weight is 12U. Full U weight is 12U. And I am going to divide this 12U into 12 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 12 part I am going to divide. So what about the weight of 1 unit? It is 1U. Okay, what is this one? It is the 112 part of carbon 12. Are you getting? So how many 112 part is there? You are having 12 one part is there. 12 112th part of carbon is there. So what is the weight of this? 1U. What is the weight of this? 1U. What is the weight? 1U. What is the weight? 1U. How many unit is there? Total it is 12U. Total carbon, total 1 carbon unit is 12U. This total is 1 carbon. Full weight is 12U. I am going to divide into 12 parts. So each one is 1U. And each part can be called 1/12 of carbon 12. Understood? Now I am going to take this as a standard unit. Okay? Understood? I am not going to take a full carbon 12 atom. I am going to take 1 part of 1/12th part of 1 carbon 12. Okay? This part I am going to take. This part I am going to take. Now here I am going to put oxygen, not oxygen, lithium. Okay, lithium atom I am going to find the weight of lithium. I am going to put lithium here. 2 pens are there. 1 pen you keep a standard unit, that is 1 part of 1/12 carbon 12 I put here. That is means this part. Not full carbon 12, 1 part of 1/12 of carbon 12. Understood? I am putting it as a standard unit. And here lithium weight I want to take. So the other pen I put lithium atom, 1 atom of lithium. Now what happened? This weight come down. This pen come down. Why? Why? Sorry. This pen come down. Why? It is heavier than this one. It is heavier than this one. This lithium is heavier than this one part. Are you getting? Now I am going to put second part. Again second part I am going to put. Again the lithium came slowly little up. Not equilibrium, still it is heavier than this. It is heavier than the standard unit. This is carbon 12 atom, 1/12 of carbon 12 atom. 2 part I put here. Here this is lithium. Okay, here it is lithium. When I put here 2, it slowly come up. So still it is heavier. Now I am going to put third part. I am going to put third part. Now it will become equal. Understood? Understood? So what is the weight of this? Now it is again still. It is not equal. Still it is not equal. Sorry, it is not equal still. Like this, when I put 7 1/12 part, it will become equal. Understood? Once again I will explain. Okay. I am going to take the weight of, what is that? Helium. You take the helium now. Okay, take the weight of helium. Now I am going to weigh the helium. So who is our standard unit? This 112. This is full carbon 12. Full weight is 12U. Now I divide into 12 parts, and 1 unit is 1U. This 1 unit is 1U. Okay, each unit is 1 unit. So how many U is there? 12. Now who is our standard? This 112. 1/12 of 1 part of carbon 12. I put here, it is helium, it is 1/12 standard unit. Still it is down because it is heavier than this. What is the weight now? 1U. Now I put second. Slowly to come up. Still it is not equilibrium. So what it is heavier? It means it is heavier than helium is heavier than this 2U. Now I put a third. Okay, slowly to come up. Still it is not equilibrium. That means it is still heavier. Now I put the fourth unit. Now it become equal. Are you getting? So like that, when I put 4 unit, 4u of carbon 12, 1 carbon 12, then it become equal. Now what is the weight of this helium? It is 4u. Understood? Now I am going to put oxygen. How do you find the weight of oxygen? Oxygen atom keep this side. Here you take the standard unit. Okay? How many standard unit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like the 12 I put. After putting 12, whole carbon, the 12 means whole carbon I put. No? 1 carbon fully I put. Full division. After putting it is not equilibrium still. Now what I did, I have taken another carbon 12. And divided into how many units? 12 units. Okay. Now I put 4 units. Now it become equilibrium. Oxygen and this unit are equilibrium. Now it is at equilibrium condition. So what does mean? What is the weight of this oxygen? Here it is 12, here it is 4. 12 plus 4 is 16. So 16U. Are you getting now? And hydrogen, what about hydrogen? Take a standard unit here, that is only one part you take. Only one part you put, hydrogen take here. When you put 1 unit, okay, from the carbon 12, 1 unit, I divided 12 part, each unit is 1 unit. 1 U when I put, hydrogen become equilibrium with this weight. Understood? So what is the weight of this hydrogen? It is 1. So hydrogen weight is 1 U. Understood? And next one is. So how do you find the mass of each atom? You have taken the standard unit. Who is the standard unit? Carbon 12. Carbon 12, its weight is 12 U. And this 1 carbon 12 you divide into how many parts? 8 parts. So each one is what? 1 U. 1. Like that, how many total? Overall you have 12 U. This each one acts as a standard unit. Okay. What is the standard unit here? 1/12 of 1 carbon 12. That is 1. Understood? Now you compare your weight with this unit. If you want to find oxygen, you keep the oxygen side and you put 1 by 1 unit. So now you know what is when it is comes equilibrium, you come to the weight of each atom. Now you know how to convert meter to kilometer. What do you do? 1 meter equal to 1000 kilometer, isn't it? And how will you convert 2 meter into kilometer? 2 into 1000 kilometer. That is 2000 kilometer. Am I correct? The same way, how do you find 1 U gram? To convert this one unified mass to gram, you have to multiply with 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram. Suppose oxygen weight is, now we have found oxygen weight, it is, what is a 16U. How to write it in gram unit? How to convert it into gram? You know 1U equal to 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24 gram. Then 16U equal to 16 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 24.